In this video tutorial, you will explore the CSS box model. Understanding this concept is essential for structuring and styling web pages effectively. In modern web design, every HTML element is treated as a box, with its layout and its spacing governed by the CSS box model. The box model consists of four components. The content. This is the actual text, image, or element inside the box. Padding. The space between the content and the border. It increases the inner spacing without affecting the overall size. The border. A line surrounding the content and padding. It can be styled, sized, or removed. Margin. The outermost space that separates one element from another, preventing overlap. If I scroll down on this page, I'm in w3schools.com and I'm at the box model page. And if I scroll down where it says example, demonstration of the box model. And if you click this button that says try it yourself, you can go in here and over on the right hand side are the CSS styles and the content that's in the box. If for some reason you don't understand any of these properties, you can change them. For instance, if I wanted to make the border larger, I can make this 40 pixels, and then I would just hit run. And this would explain what the border is. If I want to understand what is padding inside or outside, I can just take this up to 90 and hit run. And now I know padding is inside of the box. If I'm not for sure what margin does, once again, I can go ahead and modify that and select Run. So this is one of the great things about the W3 Schools. You have the ability to actually try out the box model and make any adjustments to the CSS styles and then run the script to be able to see what the changes do. I'm going to go back to the W3 Schools box model. Understanding this model helps in controlling layout, spacing, and design in CSS. By default, CSS uses box sizing content box where the specified width and height apply only to the content, while padding and borders are added on top, making layout calculations more complex. When using box sizing border box, the width and height include padding and borders, making element sizing more predictable and easier to manage. This approach is widely recommended for modern layouts, making layout calculations more predictable and responsive across different screens. I have opened Visual Studio Code. I'm in my WebD 168 folder. I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call this Lesson 03. And inside of this Lesson 03, I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to name this index.html. I'm going to go ahead and type the exclamation point, and then I'm going to select Tab. When writing an HTML document, Emmet allows you to quickly generate a complete HTML boilerplate using just an exclamation point. Why use Emmet? It saves time by auto-generating a structured HTML document. It ensures best practices with proper metadata for accessibility and responsiveness, and it reduces repetitive typing and speeds up workflow. The title tag is an essential HTML element that defines the title of a web page, which appears in the browser's title bar or tab. And I'm just going to call this Yoga. Let's add a Google font to this web page. Google Fonts is a free and widely used font service that enhances website typography while maintaining performance and accessibility. I'm going to type in Fonts, Google, and the font that I'm going to look for is going to be Roboto. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to select Get Font on the right-hand side. I'd like the embed code, so I'm going to say Get Embed Code. I'd like to change the styles, and I really don't want all of them, but I don't see where I'm able to change the weight. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this code, and then I'm going to go back to my file, and after the title tag, I'm going to select Enter, and I'm going to paste this in. And I'm going to select Save. And I'm going to make sure my word wrap is on. I'm going to select Save. I'm going to make a change to this link. I only want to use necessary font weights and styles. Loading too many weights and styles can slow down performance. I'm going to specify the 400, the 500, and the 700 instead of all of the available styles. I'm also going to create a CSS style sheet. I'm going to create a new file, and I'm just going to call this styles.css. And I'm going to select Enter. I'm going to go back to my index.html file, and after my Google Fonts, I'm going to type in link, and then tab, and then I'm going to type in styles.css, and I'll save. Inside of my body tag, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a container to center and organize my content. So I'm just going to type a period, then container, and then tab. So it created the div for me, and I'm going to create another div, and I'm going to call this a card. So I'm going to type period, card, and then I'm going to select tab. And inside of this card, I'm going to go ahead and create an H2 tag, and I'm going to select tab, Hatha Yoga. And on the next line, I'm going to create a paragraph tag, and I'm going to write focuses on physical postures and breathing techniques. On the next line, I'm going to create an anchor tag. I'm going to select the letter A, tab, and inside of here, I'm just going to put a pound sign. It's not going to go anywhere. And then I'm going to just type learn. The card class represents a single card with yoga information in it. The H2 is the heading for the type of yoga, and the paragraph is just a short tag. And then we have a link tag to more. I'm going to copy this content right here. So I'm just going to highlight it. I'm going to do Control C, and then I'm just going to do Control V 2 more times. Pause the video now and update the other 2 cards. You can see that I have a Vinyasa Yoga and I have a Restorative Yoga card, and I've updated the paragraph in each one of those. When you're done, go ahead and save your work. Let's go ahead and open up the Styles.css file. When setting width and height in CSS, browsers typically calculate an element's total size by adding padding and borders, which can affect layout consistency. The universal selector, the asterisk, in CSS selects all elements on a web page. It applies styles to every element in the document unless overridden by more specific selectors. So let's add 3 properties. Let's go ahead and I'm going to type letter M, and then 0 and tab, so margin 0, padding, so letter P and 0, padding 0, and then box sizing, and then I'm going to use my down arrow, and I'm going to select border box. This resets the default margins and padding for all elements. And the box sizing border box ensures padding and borders are included in the total width and height of elements. Let's go ahead and go to our next style, and let's do body. And we're going to use the Roboto font for the text. So I'm going to do FF, and then I'm going to type in front of this sans serif, but I want to do Roboto, and then sans serif. And then I'm going to do a background color of D9E2E8, and then just tab. So I have my background color for my body. We'll use the Roboto font for our text, and we'll set a light blue-gray background color for the web page. Okay, let's do container styling. The container, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the max width. I'm going to type in MAW for max width 600 and tab. Margin will be 100, and then auto and tab. And padding will be 0 and 20 and tab. Inner styling limits the content width to 600 pixels, centers the content horizontally, and adds padding for spacing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to update the card style. I'm going to type in card, and I'm going to add in a background color of white and tab. I'm going to do margin of 20 and then 0, so 20 for the top and bottom and 0 for the right and left. I'm going to add padding. I'm going to do 20, 20, 30, and 0, tab. I'm going to do the border radius, and I'm not familiar with what that is, so I'm going to go out to my Emmet cheat sheet and type in border radius. So border radius is BDRS. BDRS, border radius, and I want 10 pixels, and then box shadow. Okay, box shadow, and I'm just going to hit enter, and 0, 4 pixels, 6 pixels, and then RGBA 0, 0, 0, and then 0.1, and then I'll just remove this extra information in here. I'm now going to go ahead and I'm going to add a style to the H2, and I'm going to add padding bottom, and I'm just going to type in 10 and then tab. And I'm going to save this. I'm going to go over to my index.html, and I'm going to look at what I have so far. I'm going to go back to my styles.css. I'm going to go ahead and add some styles to my paragraphs now. I'm going to add a font size of 14 pixels. I'm going to add a font weight of 400. So that will be the Roboto 400 style. I'm going to add a color, which will be the text color, and then the margin bottom, I'll add 30 pixels. And you can see the changes that I'm making. So I added some space below the heading, and I set my paragraph's text size and color. Now each of these cards I'd like to individually style. Now I'm going to use a pseudo-class. Now what I've chosen might not be the same pseudo-class that you might choose, but I'll show you the selections that I'm going to use. So I'm going to type card, a colon, and I'm going to do first of type. So this will be the first card. And in this card, I'm going to go ahead and set a unique background for each card. So I'm going to type in background, and I'm going to add in multiple styles. I'm going to set the background color of white. I'm going to add the URL, and I'm going to add my first image. I'm going to select the images folder, and I'm going to choose pose 1. And the image is way too large, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some properties. I'm going to do no repeat because I don't want it to repeat, and I want it to be center, and I want it to be to the right, and then I'm going to put a / so that I can add the background size. So I have my first image in there for the background size. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to paste this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do last of type, and this will be for the last one, and I'm going to change the image pose to 3, And then I'll copy this one more time. But this time, instead of saying first of type, I'm going to say nth of type, and it's going to be 2. And this pose is going to be 2. And I'm just going to save this. So this adds a different background image to each of the cards. My next step is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to style this A link into a button style. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add another style, the A tag, and I'm going to go ahead and put text decoration of none, text decoration of none. I'm going to put the color of white. So this will be for the text. Padding of 10 pixels, 20 pixels. A border radius of 5 pixels. And I'm going to put the font size. And I'm just going to go ahead and save that. Now you can no longer see the button. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this style right here. And I'm going to paste that. But what I want to do is I want to target the A. And then I'm going to just remove this whole style here. And I'm going to type in a background color. Of pound E04555 and then tab. So I'm going to copy this style and copy it down, but instead of first, I'm going to type in last, and then this style is going to be 537A4F. And I'm just going to save that. And then I'm going to copy this style again. And this is going to be nth of type. And then this style is going to be D4BA3. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. All right, so now you can see the buttons and you can see the text inside of them now. All right, let's go ahead and add a hover property to this. So I'm going to do card, hover, A, hover. And I'm going to go ahead and make the opacity 0.9. And I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to pull this out here so that you can see this. And if you want to see this in a live server, I can just go ahead and right-click on this and say, Open with Live Server. It was taking a little bit too long, so I opened it up in Chrome. And here you can see my layout right here. And if I go to Computed, you can see the border layout, padding, the margin that was added. So you can see the box model styles by just selecting Computed. This ends this tutorial demonstration of the CSS box model, a fundamental concept in web design. Thank you.